Apollo 11 being rolled out to the launch site of the Kennedy Space Center in July 1969. Looking at those full parking lots make me sad. Sneaking a kiss through Berlin Wall, 1989. Titanic Lifeboat 6 approaches the rescue ship Carpathia, with Quartermaster Robert Hitchens in back and Crow's Nest lookout Frederick Fleet, who first saw the iceberg, in front. Among the survivors is the unsinkable Molly Brown. April 15, 1912. The first photo is the US government mock-ups of how Hitler could have disguised himself. 1940s, the second photo is from Canada that's even funnier, with him dressed at different jobs. Hannah Stilley, born 1746, photographed in 1840. More than likely the earliest born individual captured on film. It's interesting to think that this lady was about 30 when America came into existence. She is older than Mozart. Muhammad Ali with his winnings in 1964. The source of this photo is a cover story in a 1964 Sports Illustrated called My $1 Million Getaway, so this is probably all staged. The Rumble in the Jungle in 1974 alone earned him $5 million. Parking at the Grand Canyon. 1914. View from the top on the opening day of the Empire State Building. 1931. Dreadnought in Dazzle camouflage. It works not by offering concealment but by making it difficult to estimate a target's range, speed, and heading. 1919. Opium Party in France. 1918. In an unusual exhibition of strength, Patricia O'Keefe, weighing only 64 pounds, holds 200-pound Wayne Long on her back. March 29, 1940. A U.S. Marine being chased by a baby wild pig, somewhere in the South Pacific. 1943. After being released from Allied detention, German POW Heinz Pelchner reunited with his wife, June 1945. Iceberg that had red and black paint on it. They believe that this is the iceberg that sank the Titanic. This iceberg was photographed by the chief steward of the liner Prinz Adalbert on the morning of April 15, 1912, just a few miles south of where the Titanic went down. Oranges for 1 cent at Seed and Feed Store in Lincoln, Nebraska. 1942. Photographer is Vachon, John. The Human Eagle comprised of 12,500 officers, nurses and men at Camp Gordon in Atlanta. 1918, the most impressive part is the forced perspective due to not having an overhead view. Samurai of the Satsuma clan on the imperial side during the Boshin War, 1868. The photo was hand-colored by the photographer Felice Beato and his staff. Russian soldier feeding polar bears sweet condensed milk from a tank. 1950. Demonstrator at the Harlem Peace March to end racial oppression carries an anti-war sign, 1967. The quote, "No Vietnamese ever called me ANR" is often misattributed to Muhammad Ali. President John F. Kennedy observes the firing of a Polaris missile by the submerged nuclear submarine Andrew Jackson off the coast of Florida on November 16, 1963. He was assassinated 6 days later. Samuel Reshevsky, age 8, defeating several chess masters at once in France. 1920, it seems he was not simply copying the moves of others. John Kennedy Jr. saying goodbye to the White House kitchen staff. 1963, John Jr.'s birthday was the day they buried his father, so they had his birthday party on the December 6th at the White House and left the same day. Taken in 1967 by Rocco Morabito, this photo called The Kiss of Life shows a utility worker named J.D. Thompson giving mouth-to-mouth to co-worker Randall G. Champion after he went unconscious following contact with a low-voltage line. A woman is photographed by police after being arrested for serving alcohol illegally from her bootlegger's life preserver. 1924. The testing of American football helmets. 1912,